and welcome to the Stuck on Self-Love podcast. My name is Tazeen, and I'm a writer, self-love, and mental health advocate and STUK Design's blog manager. Along with 5 other young women from around the world, I run a successful nonprofit for girls and a clothing brand. At STUK Designs, we believe in self-love first because self-love is the dawn that marks the beginning of all the different kinds of loves and because it undoubtedly sustains success. This podcast shines light on strong and talented women who persevere and excel in life while bathing in abundant self-love. So if you're ready to keep it real, level up in all your inner work, creative business, and community impact, then you have come to the right place because we provide you with content that helps your soul glow, your mind grow, and keeps you lit. Thank you for pressing play. Let's dive in. So, Henna, you are huge on TikTok and your content, your videos are funny and super relatable, and I personally love watching your videos. So can you talk to us about how all of that started?
Sure. So I actually used to be on Twitter mainly. Like I would just make like the type of videos I make on TikTok, I would basically just tweet them, if that makes sense. I would tweet the idea, and then that kind of got me a platform on Twitter. So then when TikTok came out, I didn't really know what to do. And then one day I was like, what if I took my tweets and put them into videos? I was like, okay, I guess that seems kind of easy. And it worked out because I don't know if you've seen the bride one from that was actually a tweet from like 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, so I turned that into a video and it like blew up. That was my first video that like blew up really big. So yeah, that's just kind of how I did it. And then on Instagram, I think I kind of got a following because I used to do modeling, but I don't like modeling. Okay. So I just do my own thing on there.
Oh, that's perfect. So now, since you are a TikTok star, has that impacted your life in any way, positively or negatively? Because people do leave a lot of hate comments, but then there's also this huge positive feedback. So how has this entire thing impacted your life? Honestly,
I see a lot more positive like comments and stuff on TikTok. I used to be on Twitter and I used to have a lot of hate and stuff on Twitter, so I guess I kind of built a thick skin to that kind of thing. So like anytime I do get a hate comment, I'm like, okay, I've gotten worse on Twitter before. Like I've gotten death threats and stuff, so this is fine. Oh my god, someone's making fun of me. No, it's okay. It's like I'm like used to it now. Like obviously it's not easy for people to be saying those things, but I do realize that it's something that comes with having a platform. So I do just ignore it, to be honest, or I make a joke back or I'll reply, and like I keep it really, because it's not something that you should take too seriously because that person doesn't really know you. Other than like anything changing, nothing's really changed because I think since we've all been in quarantine, everything's kind of the same. Like anytime I go out, like here and there, people will be like, oh, hey, are you that person? And I'm like, yeah, hey, what's up?
That's great. So do you ever find yourself struggling with your mental health because of all of this, or perhaps have you struggled with it in the past?
Not so much because of this. I think this kind of helps me a little bit. I do suffer with anxiety and depression. So it is something that helps me kind of, distract myself from that. Of course. So when I do make videos and stuff, it's like I'm having a good day. Like I can, make that and like kind of distract myself from what's going on and stuff. So it's kind of like an outlet for me. Right. So now that you've mentioned your anxiety, you've mentioned your depression, and there are a lot of people who go through similar things, and you're also, of course that's an outlet for you, and you're this huge, you have this huge image. So you do face a lot of ups and downs because of your personal life or your, image on TikTok, or a combination of all of that. So how do you manage all of these ups and downs? I don't. Sometimes I just have to cry. Of course. Like there's days where I don't feel good. And then I just kind of disconnect. I'll just watch my show on Netflix, or like I just won't really be available to people just because I need some time for myself. I think it's really important, like when you do feel like overwhelmed with everything, just to take some moments and step back and just, take some time for yourself. and just, reflect and all of that stuff. And then you can go back and do what you were doing before. I think that helps me a lot is I just let myself take breaks.
Right, that's great. You're absolutely amazing and of course super talented, as we all know.
Thank you to Anchor for sponsoring this episode. Anchor is a platform where you can make your podcasts in the easiest way possible. What's even better is that it is completely free. The thing I love most about Anchor is that it has everything you need to make a podcast in one place. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. It is that simple. If you're looking for a platform to get started, look no further because Anchor has everything you need. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Now let's move on to our Q&A segment, and our topic is focus and determination. Now we received questions regarding this, but also your followers sent a ton of questions, and out of which we will be responding to a few which fall in line with our theme. Okay, so first question we received is by Little Artists. They ask, how did you train your mind to focus on productivity and output and to stay away from distractions?
Okay, so I have this thing in my room. It's like a giant calendar. I think it's a lot easier just to see what you have to do. So every single month, like at the first or second of the month, I write down every single thing I need to do for every single day. So it's easier for me because I have a syllabus for school. So I just go through what due dates I have. So that takes care of that aspect. So if any of your students definitely do that every single month, like every single due date you have, every class you have, every assignment you have to submit. When I see that in front of me, it kind of helps me realize that, okay, you have stuff to do. And then I also see what days I have free to make videos, to make content, to see my friends. And then that sort of keeps me balanced because I know exactly what I have to do and I know when I have to do it. And then the days where I have spaces or where I'm done school early or where I'm done recording early, I can let myself kind of relax and just,
Right, of course. So it's all of this organization and basically dedication to your task because, we all get distracted.
It's really all over the place and I wouldn't know anything that's going on. But I think just taking 10, 15 minutes out of your day each month is so important. Especially if you have mental health problems, it's so much easier just to see everything.
Right, definitely, to plan and to organize because we've all been there, we've all been distracted and we procrastinate or we just, we're going through things. So I think that dedication to circle back to your task is really what's important. So second question is by a follower of yours, Neha Khan. She says, isn't it hard for you to manage social media with your studies? How do you manage it?
So the thing I said before, that's kind of how I manage it. I let social media be the reward. So I'm like, okay, if I submit this assignment, then I can make 3 videos the next day. Sometimes it's I know this semester, these past couple months, I haven't uploaded as much as I usually do. So I let that kind of be okay, you have to finish this and then you can do that. So I think that I don't know what it's called, reward and I don't know. There's a thing, you let yourself do something and then you reward yourself. Yeah. So I think that's really important to discipline yourself. Okay, you can't just do this. You have to do your stuff too, whatever you have to do, even if it's not school, even if you just have other stuff to do, just make sure you do that first and then
of course. So next question we received is by Madeline. She asks, again, I think this is this is a different question. How do you balance your real life versus your image on TikTok? Does maintaining this image ever get overwhelmed?
Okay, so I don't think it's an image. I know that
real, I think,
exactly the way that I am right now is the way that I am on social media. I kind of just blurt things out and I say things as they are. So I don't really have an image, so I don't find that tiring. Nobody's gonna be hey, you're a little bit different than you are on social media. I am the way that I am.
True to yourself, absolutely. Yeah. Right, perfect. Now, our last question is by another one of your followers. Her ID was Gurpikor19. Now, she asks, do you have tips for people who want to start blogs or podcasts, and is 30-year-old too old to start?
No way. Like, honestly, I tell everyone in my family, I tell all of my friends, no matter how old you are, if you have something that you're good at, whether it's cooking, whether it's working out, whether it's, knitting, I don't know, anything,
Right.
literally anything, you can, there's a market for that, and there's literally people who will watch you, and you can be yourself. I think the main thing that people like on my TikTok is my authenticity. Like, I kind of just say what I want, to do what I want, and I like to make people laugh, and I'm just goofy and whatever. I think people like that, and because they want to do that themselves. So I definitely recommend being yourself. The times where I wasn't myself, where I was trying to play a character or play a role, my videos didn't do that well. And I think like 2 or 3 years ago, I uploaded a YouTube video skit, and it definitely wasn't anything that I would laugh at or that I would enjoy. And it didn't do that well because, I wasn't being myself. Anytime I am myself, anytime I do things that make me happy, it does well, because other people are like, okay, well, I can relate to that. So definitely be yourself. Anything that you like, put it out into the world, and you will have an audience. And 30 years old is like never too late. There's never, like, don't even put an age limit on it.
It's not too old for anything. I mean, you're just getting started.
Exactly.
Right. So, okay. So that was it for our Q&A segment as well. And thank you to everyone who sent us their questions. And Henna, thank you so much for joining us today. I loved talking to you. You're talented and strong and beautiful, and I wish you all the best for your future.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. You can visit our website, www.stukdesigns.org, to shop our merch, make donations, join our blogging team, or be a part of our affiliate program. See you in our next episode. Love and light from us to you.